I mean, that really, really pales in comparison of how we feel about each other. You can have a racist world and you still could overcome it because we proved that. Black people proved that by all the stuff that we've done, that we did, even through slavery, after, beyond, and pretty much everything else. But we can't overcome division within our own ranks, is what they would say, because this is division in our own ranks. If you have division in your own ranks, you're going to fail because you can't trust anyone. The canary oriole just flew by. Yeah, but you can't advance in rank. You can't win a war when there's basically an infiltrator on the inside, or agent, like some of these people like to say, even though they're using that term wrong. But basically, we're against each other and we can never stand. You just can't serve two masters, can't do this, can't do that. And right now, we're at that point where I don't know what can be done to establish black men and black women's relationship and get it back to a point where we can start to heal together. Because that's what we need to do. We need to figure out a way that we can heal our wounds. Because like I say, right now we're both at we don't like each other. We're at each other's throats. We really can't stand each other. And anyone that says otherwise is a lie. I'm not talking about a few individuals, not talking about this, I'm talking about as a whole. We can't get along. It's been that way for years. Since the black women decided to take the welfare, and when they went against us for the feminist movement, that basically had nothing to do with them, but they took it upon themselves to do that. Since then, like I said, that was in the 70s, we haven't had a good relationship. It's been 40 plus years of black men and black women having a bad relationship. This isn't something that's going to heal over time. This isn't something that's going to happen overnight. We have to find ways to get this relationship to go back together. Because your society, spider on me, because it's so windy out here, your society, a society within itself, a social structure, whatever you want to call it, can only go far as the women. Women hold the power in society, whether they understand it or not. They are the persons that they are God's other creator. Without them, no child or none of us comes into this world. So through her, she's the doorway. So whatever she decides and whatever she says goes, that's the way the society, your society or your social structure is going to head. Because, I mean, she can choose who she has a kid with at any time, unless, for them certain circumstances where she's kidnapped and she can't do anything. But a free woman always chooses her mate. She always chooses her mate, and she always chooses who the father of the child's going to be. With that power there, you can control the destiny of pretty much any people. And right now, our destiny is not in good hands. And like I say, once again, I'm not blaming anyone, but our destiny is not in good hands right now. Our women aren't doing a great job of being women. And since they're not doing a great job of being women, the men are not going to do great jobs of being men, because they don't have to. A man does everything he can, to attract a mate, whether he's going to stay with her for a long time or not. But that's what he's doing. He's doing whatever he can to attract a mate. You can look at the animal kingdom. You know, the men are the male species. You know, the male of pretty much 90% of all the species have different colors, different patterns, different calls, different this in order to attract the female of their species. Now, if you see this, you notice that the women they pretty much hold all the eggs in the basket. They basically control what's going on. If the women don't choose them, then they're out of luck. And that's where it comes to even with humans.